Hello everyone, welcome to Wiseish, your daily dose of your spiritual cure, your 15-minute power boost, Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. EDT, but you can get it 24/7 on demand on America Meditating YouTube or Facebook. See you then. Everyone wishes to live their best life. We experiment with various ways to achieve that, whether it is through study, competing, finding a partner, working hard, or admiring someone who inspires you. It is the quality of our inner being that does it all, or grapples with fulfilling life's calling. For the past 20 years, the Brahma Kumaris in Washington, D.C. has been a space for any and everyone to enter into and experience one's soul calling. From 1997, the center opened in an old rickety house on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring, Maryland, where cars and trucks that passed by would shake the space. But when you were inside, it was a peaceful and powerful sanctuary for all who visited. Since then, over 2,500 events, 17 city and nationwide initiatives, 21 awards, 2 meditation museums have served youths, senior citizens, entrepreneurs, scientists, authors, women, interfaith, the disabled, environment, small businesses, arts seekers, and even leaders. Millions of lives have been served, either through social media, the popular America Meditating radio show, or through exhibitions, lectures, partnerships, and programs held in the meditation museums and centers. We look at 20 years of service as a continued journey of love, courage, wisdom, and determination with friends from diverse backgrounds and thought who believe a better world is possible when we make ourselves better human beings. Meditation is an important tool that helps us to gain greater clarity, insights, and inner power so we can make healthy choices and amplify our capacity to live a full life. In times of great anxiety, insecurity, and fear, meditation is an essential practice for everyone to gain stability and inner strength. Just look at what a few dedicated, purposeful, and kind group of committed people have been able to achieve in 20 years. Thanks to everyone who have supported us along the way. And thanks in advance to those who believe in our work and power of intent. Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums, where peace is inside. Om Shanti everyone. Welcome to Wiseish. I'm your sister. Can you believe it? There's just too many programs every day for me now. But welcome to your spiritual vaccine. As you know, I do a morning session on America Meditating called Wiseish. So this is how our days are going here. I think we were on Zoom sessions and meetings from, until 4 o'clock. And it's now 6:30, so I got like an hour or so break, so forgive me. Hello friends, hi fans, hi family. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. How's everyone doing? Lots of love flowing through you? Working on the area of love? Deepening that connection? Trying to figure out what it actually is? Am I loving the way that I was taught by my parents? Or am I thinking about love based on what the media has shared? Or am I creating some idea in my head that to love oneself is to dress good, look good, have the best cars, best house, best partner,
Do we really think that's what self-love is all about? Or is it something much deeper? Is it something that's connected to source to such an extent that you know who you are? I mean, how much we have traveled, haven't we? What a journey we've been on. And we've been through a lot, the soul has. And maybe we'll go through more. But has love been able to be there for us at every step of the way? To heal you, to heal me, to heal a relationship, to heal the situation with our finances, to heal our mental state of mind and our patterns of thinking. You know, in order to really understand what self-love, we have to become self-aware. We have to turn inwards and to recognize that there is this spark of energy that has an enormous amount of power and potential and capacity to feel. And in order for us to sometimes identify what real love is, you have to check how you're feeling. Are you picking up the anxieties of the world? Are you picking up the deep-rooted emotions of the world? Are you at a point that you're so confused that most of your energy now is projected outside of you towards the issues of the world, and you're no longer looking inside of you to see, well, what are your issues to help the world? It's an amazing time. Thumbs up if you agree, thumbs down if you don't. Can you imagine this particular period that we're in? Communities are waking up. Can you imagine how pastors and priests and rabbis and gurus and saints and sages are feeling? Who've been speaking to thousands of people in their congregation and now they're speaking to them virtually? Can you imagine? Santosh was telling me the other day, Sister Jenna, we started live streaming and stuff how many years ago, you said? 8 years ago? 10 years ago?
11 years.
11 years ago, he said. He's all self-taught, by the way. Yay. See how great he's done? Yay. Give him a big hand, everyone. Santosh, the chief engineer. Woohoo.
I missed them also many times.
He says, I messed up also many times, and he's laughing in the back. At least he's having a good time. You see, that's an act of self-love. When you can laugh at your own mistakes and just go, yeah. I love this Indian quality, you know. This like, it's okay. I tell you, that gives such comfort. Try it right now, everybody at home. I'm okay. It's going to be fine. Didn't you feel better? Thumbs up. Tell the truth. How many of you did? Yes. It's very good. That you could feel a healing taking place in your own system. So when we move into this aspect of self-love, you know, we really have to really be light on ourselves. And Santosh was sharing with me, you know, 10 years ago or so, he started with this idea of live streaming. And he says the first time the computer crashed, this crashed, and he went through so much, and he continues to learn over and over again. And he just doesn't give up. And he tries. And he keeps moving. And that's kind of how we are too. You know, we retry, and we go through ups and downs, we go through ins and outs, but we don't give up. And I think today's chit-chat, conversation, not class, not lecture, but today's coming together is about all of us coming to a place of really trying to understand what is love for the self. What is love for the self? Something I got from a friend of mine, Diane Hayworth, who's a well-known author. Diane once came to the museum and she did a program a few years ago. And in the program, Diane offered a question to the audience. And the question was, what does love want you to do right now? And I share with you this question for you right this minute. What does love want you to do right now? What does love want of you? Even if it's not to do something, but what does love want of you. Because so many of us are walking around not feeling worthy, not feeling accepted, acknowledged, valued. Because when we were children, we recorded this impression of our parents who were supposed to love us, speaking to us in a way that didn't feel loving. Or we watched programs on television that showed love in a different way or in a warped way. Or we ended up in relationships as we grew older that were very abusive and yet had some care and love and kindness, and we somehow started to be conditioned. Is this what love is? We're still searching for what self-love is. And I think that if we want to rekindle the real experience of self-love, I ask you to go back to when maybe you were 2 years old. And you look at your 2-year-old self. Just go and look at her or him. And look at your 2-year-old self and see if you didn't naturally see love there. You weren't looking for love. You walked around like the master. Love was in you, love was for you, love was of you. And you weren't searching one bit for love, but it was there. Can you see in her eyes? Do you remember? Look into his eyes. When that love was just there naturally. Take a closer look. And the only reason why that love shifted, maybe as you're growing up, you went through school, you started to encounter people in the class or in the school saying you belong to this group, you don't belong to that group, this one wants to beat you up, this one puts glue in your hair, this one's in the in crowd, this one's not in the in crowd. You either end up with what they call the geeks or you end up with the hip ones. And you started to feel like love meant that only when you're seen or when you're liked by the popular ones. We've gotten the various forms, we've been given various definitions of love, and it hasn't made us completely contented. Go back again. Look into the eyes of your 2-year-old self. Just look for a little bit. Can you see her love in herself naturally? Can you see his love inside of himself naturally? Did he make effort to put love there? Did he try hard to be loving at 2, at 1, at 6 months? Did he read a self-help book? Did he watch a movie on love to learn what love was? It was always there, right? And as the soul just started to grow and the body started to expand and it started to go into different environments and different relationships, it started to encounter different experiences. And maybe one of the most painful things is to have loved or trusted somebody who spoke to you without love. And it creates a very, very deep impact of not feeling wanted or cared for. And you have to check if somewhere inside of your consciousness you hold resentment for that person. A kind of a dislike, a disdain for them. And even if you say intellectually, oh, I forgive them, I forget, it's okay, let it go, Om Shanti, if that resentment is still sitting in your heart, it's stealing all of your love. It's not allowing that natural love to really flow through you because it's got roots. Imagine if it's been sitting there for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40, a lifetime, 4 lifetimes, 10, 20 lifetimes? How do you get back to the core? We've fallen in love, we've fallen out of love. We wanted something so much, we got it, then we got bored of it. We've gone on vacations as a form of self-love or self-care. We come back, we're still in the same hole. Now we're worried about something else. But when you think of this whole energy of loving oneself, it is so paramount that we must recognize the energy of the soul. This inner self, your inner being, is capturing every thought, every emotion, every feeling, every word, everything you see, everything you hear. Your inner soul is receiving it. And if there is deep love, completely filled in the state of your consciousness, even if it's negative, the love has a way of transforming it and making it into something beneficial. And when we are grappling with love and the attachment has taken us over, or the ego, or the hate, or the resentment, or the jealousy, or the criticism, or the competition, whatever it is, when that is a very big mode of vibration in your system, how much is that attacking love, which is your greatest power? There's something I've noticed about the energy of love, because it's very humbling. But hate and anger isn't. Whenever you and I express hate and anger, it's like it feeds that ego. And there's just no love there. I remembered a wonderful, sweet, sweet sister here. Her name is Rashmin. And she's very, very innocent. And one day we're having a discussion around the dinner table. And we were talking about ego. And I asked her, Rashmi, how do you know there's ego? And Rashmi said, in an instant, without batting an eye, face change, no? She said it just like that because she speaks Hindi and English. She just said, face change, no? And I went, what does she mean, face? Oh, face change. So can you imagine when she's on the opposite end and you're talking to her with ego, what she sees is the mode of your intention through the way your face is expressing your words. She feels your intention and she says, face change, no? Write that down as your slogan for the week. Face change, no? When you see your husband looking at you with that ego look, or your wife, or your friend, or your kids especially, you look at them, you go, why is your face changing, huh? It's at that time that the love gets lost, you know? You see how quick it's a switch? In 1 minute you can be loving, another minute you can have face change, no? There can be so much ego. So where there's ego, there isn't self-love. But when you're in the awareness of the self, and you begin to believe so deeply, your thoughts are the basis of your belief systems. Your thoughts are the basis for everything that happens to you and for you. Your thoughts are your guiding light or your distraction. So let's say that we've now developed a conglomerate of thoughts that are healthy and some are unhealthy. And maybe in this lifetime you didn't do it, but it's the past. So that's where everything keeps recorded in the soul, which is why meditation is so important to do on a consistent basis. Because we don't know the depths of our journey. And it doesn't matter who you are. It's like a pandemic. It doesn't matter who you are. The depths of the journey of your past has a way of still saying, I need more love. Can you dig deeper? Can you find more love? Because I'm coming to show you that you have more love. How do you know? You either suffer or you deal with it with love. So which do you choose? Self-love will make you decide, I have to deal with this with love. I can't deal with it with hate. I can't deal with it with resentment and regret and disappointment. I have to say, what have you come to show me? When there's self-love, there's always a compassionate inner dialogue between you, your karmas, but also with God. And when the soul develops a very intimate, private, profoundly powerful reconnection to an awakened relationship with the divine, it's as if he gently whispers to you, telling you things that you didn't remember. And I feel that this particular time is a call to remembrance. That because our love has been forgotten, that we're being called by God, remember me. Remember me. I'll remind you who you are. I'll show you who you are. I'll tell you what has happened. And because the energy of God is so loving, you will pull that love into your system so deeply that it can do so much work. It can heal the relationships that aren't working. Because love transforms interpretations. Love will transform your belief systems. Love will transform the way you see things and have understood things. So in the same way, when that love begins to flow at a higher volume inside of the self, you start to see this particular period that we're going through as a country with a different eye. Not with hate or anxiety or fear, but what are you here to show me? How are you directing me to find a deeper interpretation of what love is? And in an interesting way, situations will come to take you deeper in yourself, to find areas about yourself that you've ignored far too long. And you will feel the companionship of God traveling with you very quietly, sorting it out for you in a very mystical way, where your ego has nothing to do with your healing process and your amplification process of power and beauty. I want to show you a video on if God were to come into your life, how he would gently whisper to you to awaken you. And take a moment, breathe deeply, and pause. And imagine for a little bit, you're just walking, moving along at any particular time in your life. Maybe in your dreams, maybe talking to a friend over the phone, maybe getting into your car, getting out of your car, maybe walking from one room to another. Somehow the energy of the divine just slips into your consciousness and starts to whisper to you. I wonder, what would he say? Would he say this? I'm curious to hear what you felt when you were able to grab or capture some of these thoughts in this meditation. Can you share on wherever you're watching from? I can man the YouTube one. Santosh and Antonia can do the Facebook. But what did you feel when you saw that and kind of felt it for a little bit? Like, what if the energy of the divine just slips into your consciousness and starts to whisper something so endearing and so profoundly true? I will come to awaken you from your attachments to your illusions. What is an illusion? Hate, not feeling worthy, feeling insecure, sensing that you're not liked or loved, or not lovable, fear. You're scared to really experience the essence of your true love, so you compensate that lack of real spiritual love within you by clothes, partners, narcotics, drinking, eating unhealthy food, because something inside isn't contented. So to give me a temporary form of some kind of a pleasure that we might define as love, we go the outside route to help us through. So tell me, what did you feel in this meditation? Anyone? Anyone would like to share what was that meditation felt like you? Shami, you felt like an ocean of love, like you can show up in any situation or with anyone with a loving and open heart. Yes. Did you feel that? Like you felt that you reached another level of love for yourself? Did you all feel that? Thumbs up if you did. Like, I can go a different level of love now. And the only way to amplify that energy of love that you felt in that meditation is to keep practicing it. That's why a spiritual, consistent practice is needed. Jennifer Scotland, you felt love, right? And you were just sitting there, you were just looking at words, you might be hearing some soft music, but you were the one going through the thoughts in your mind. And I'm sure at the same time as you were reflecting on the thoughts, you were at the same time looking at your own life. And did you see how the both converged? Like, wow, if God really slipped into my consciousness, how would He help me to understand what I've been through? Or what I've been going through? Did you feel that? And so that healing starts to occur. And when you start to heal, your love starts to open up. So let me hear some more. Sukwin, thank you for joining. I like your smiley face. Miracle Mary, thumbs up. Denise Withers, great. Looking in God's eyes is my daily goal. Let me pause right there, Miracle Mary, because you know I'm about to get all wild on you with that point, because I think that's so powerful. How many of you wake up in the morning or during the day, and I don't do this, I was noticing the other day, you know, there was the mirror that Santosh was using to get lighting, you know, better lighting, because we were having issues with lighting in the house. And he had borrowed a mirror that was in the room that I sleep, but I actually have never bought mirrors. And you might not believe this, but I'm not a mirror person. In Indian language or Indian culture, we would say, she isn't a mirror wala. You know, she's not into that. And I know that might be hard to believe because I tend to always be physically well put together. But that's because I sort of know, put my hair back in one, put on my sari and my jacket, and I'm done. It's just, I don't have to worry, does it match? Does it look good? Is this right? The only thing is because I'm graying and my hair is sticking out, and you know, I'm half black and half Indian, so you know, I got me some of that good thick hair, right? So it has a way of sticking out every so often. But here's the point. How often do you look into the mirror? Miracle Mary, are you ready? How often do you look into your own mirror? Because for me it's only in the bathroom. And you look into your own eyes. And however long it will take, are you able to look into your own eyes and see love there? Thumbs up, thumbs down. So why that your point touched me so much, Miracle Mary, is because looking in God's eyes is like looking in my own eye. Like when I look into my own eyes, will I reach a point that I can feel the energy of God's love totally being my own property, my own reality, my own experience. And why the path of spirituality is so important, and why I love the Brahma Kumari so much, is that every day you have to work on getting to that belief system that you're worthy enough to be loved so deeply by the energy of God. You see, until you feel it, you won't believe it. You've got to feel it to believe it. And if you feel God's love for 5 minutes and then for 95% of the day you're feeling human tendencies, how deep is your love? Got it? So when we're looking at self-love, we really have to be honest, because in that self-love is your healing. Because we've been growing through the criticisms of people, the voices. What did Rashmi say? Face change. You know, all those, the way that people would look at you. I remember a person, she would look at me with this look of scorn, like this. Oh, it's even hard for me to do the look, but hold on. Wait up, let me get there. But she had this look all the time, was like this, like. And every time, like, I would go up to say something to her, and you know when you talk to somebody, you're like, Jen, can I help you? It was like, what can I do for you? And I found myself, because I saw her face so often, there's one of my brothers, David, that we would have meetings, and then he would be like, I didn't think I was doing anything. But the minute I would say something, he would go, oh, you don't like it. I go, why would you say that? I haven't even said anything. Well, I can see it all over your face. I go, what did I do? What did I just do? And I thought in one way, but I was open to his suggestion and his ideas because I value his ideas so much. But apparently I had picked up her vibration. I didn't even know. And it wasn't until David signaled to me, oh, you didn't like it. And he never told me I was doing, you know, that look. He never told me I was doing that to him. But it was that I was so used to that whenever I would talk to her, that's how she looked at me. And I didn't know I had received that vibration. Do you understand? So how many types of vibrational frequency that we've seen so often in our lives, that it has put a pause or a slow down on our ability to have self-love, because now we've just become the recipients of repeating that form of expression. Yeah, is everybody with me tonight? Am I making any sense at all? You know, and this is why if I don't start to allow God's energy, God's love, to slip into my consciousness, and you've got to keep praying and asking for God to show up for you, not because something is wrong, but you got to keep praying and asking God to show up only because you miss Him. Because there's been so many other forms of interpretations of what love was defined like, that you don't even remember what real, profound, powerful, unlimited, unconditional, pure love is like. Are you with me? Are you with me? Can I get a hallelujah and amen and om shanti, whatever? Some on Facebook are also sharing. All right. So Miracle Mary, deep spirit has been my guide. My mom was a broken, checked out alcoholic, but she guided me now. And even though she's on the other side, she's guiding you. Yeah, because maybe your mom didn't even know what love was, so how could she even teach you? So that's where you still have to move into that place. And we can only move into that place when there is a connection to God, to Baba. Please get used to calling God Baba. It humbles your spirit. Baba, 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 Baba. It just humbles you. No religion owns it. It's just when we become humble and we become the childlike essence of ourselves again, we would say, Baba. The first words of a child, Mama, Baba. So we have to become so humble and so innocent again for the healing to happen that it's, Baba, I want you back. I need you back. I need to see you. Got it? All right. Amen. Hallelujah. There you go, Nicole. You know, so you didn't know the Brahma Kumaris also did. Right, Nicole? See, now you don't miss the Baptist church or anything, right? All right. Love Baba more and more. All right. Any questions? Portia Davidson, you're beautiful. Absolutely, you're beautiful, Portia. No worries. Don't you forget that. All right. So, anything you'd like to talk about? So, in the meditation, you felt a connection. Sukwin, you felt acceptance. Denise, you felt love. Miracle Mary, you felt embraced. Good. 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 God's bringing enlightened souls together. Yes. Lakshmi, yes, you've met Sister Rashmi. She's so innocent. She's nice. She's my best friend and colleague. Lakshmi, isn't she the sweetest person? She is such a diamond. I took her to India this year. I forgot. We went to India in February this year. She was just a delight to have. You see, when God's love starts to slip more into you, you start to attract the best people. Because that energy inside of you just starts to create a kind of a vibrational attraction that you start to bring some of the nicest, most positive, beautiful people into your atmosphere. And this is really important. Rally show. Hey, Rally. Hey. Today I learned that I never had a vacation. I never picked up a hobby. I need self-love. What a beautiful hobby that would be, right? To pick up self-love as a hobby. Yeah. All right. So on Facebook, hi, my Facebook friends. How are you? I got it, Santosh. Coming there. Let me get it. Give me 1 second. All right. It's nice to be a little yogi sister who can move around on the internet, right? Anyway, Enid, hi. So nice to see you. Santosh, I don't see the questions. I'm sorry. I can't find them here. Anyway, so back to the whole discussion because I'm not seeing the questions, but if you can text me the questions, I can get them. Oh, yeah. So I'm trying to look for your answers. You felt comfortable. Thank you, Sunita Agarwal. Glad. You felt like Sudha. You felt like you could love everybody, right? Through that meditation. All right, Lindia, it's okay. I felt myself flow into the light. I felt divine connection, Arlene said. Orson said, I feel the peace of the world is with me. Okay, now everyone, you can feel it, that when this energy of the connection to the divine starts to slip in and take you over, there is a healing that happens. So what I'd like us to do is, and this is your homework assignment tonight, because I'm going to play a meditation on healing, and again, this is Monday meditation. And it is about connecting us back to a deeper place inside for that love to emerge. But your homework assignment tonight will be to get a mirror and look into the mirror. As long as you can, you look into your eyes until you experience self-love. And you don't put that mirror down. And if it gets too late, you pick it up tomorrow and you try it again. And if you don't feel it tomorrow, you pick it up again and you try it for a week, for 2, for 5 weeks, until you look into that mirror and you see a soul that loves himself or herself because you're experiencing the love of Baba. Enjoy this meditation for more deep healing and your Monday meditation moment.
I allow my mind to settle into silence. And peace. In this moment, I put aside any unwanted thoughts, and I focus my attention on the heart of my being. My heart is my silent, secret place, where I can feel life deeply as it is. In my heart, I know intuitively what I want from life and what I have to do to find it. In my heart, I know myself as a loving being. Sure and kind, gentle and accepting. But many times I have opened my heart in the wrong way. I have opened my heart to love, but put too many expectations and conditions on that love. I demanded a return for my love. And when I didn't receive it, I closed my heart and locked myself away. Yet the love in my heart is always there, hidden and waiting. Like a tiny rosebud, waiting for the right time to bloom into a beautiful flowering rose. What do I need for my love to emerge? Only to know that I am already a being of love. I let go of the illusion that I have to draw love into my heart from outside myself. As I sit here, as I breathe, as I exist, I feel pure love in my heart. A love untouched by time, space, and conditions. It is as though I am breathing in the fragrance and beauty of a perfect rose. And I hold this loving feeling gently within myself. Within this love and beauty, I feel a deep acceptance of myself. My fears and uncertainties dissolve. I become sure of myself in the drama of life, sure of my strengths, sure of my opportunities and creativity, and sure of my ability to overcome obstacles. My heart is strong and able to hold on to love. And as I give love and become loving, first towards myself and then towards others, as I become loving, I attract love to myself. I become like the fragrant rose, and I draw the love of others as they come to appreciate my loving openness and beauty. I open my heart completely to love. I cast out doubt and fear. I am a being of love, and I give my love freely and openly. My heart and the rose are one. offering my gentle fragrance without conditions or expectations. I am whole. I am complete.
Don't you love Monday meditations? Maybe it's just a time they put some fire, but it's a good fire. They put some fire into our inner consciousness, our inner being, and it just wakes us up to this better sense of ourselves. You know, that's what love will do. Self-love will keep making you want to be better for yourself, with others, with your relationships. And if you've ever noticed that if you go back into something old, you can feel that there's a resistance. And that resistance is your signal that you have a really powerful opportunity to make a profound decision that can take you to love or take you further away from it. So breathe in, breathe out. Inhale again, let out. Breathe in what your interpretation of love means to you tonight as a result of today's sharing. What is love to you now? How does it feel? How will it work through you this evening? You see, the love has to get so deep that it's just in your nature that we're not slipping in and out. Here I go again, in and out. And until we really are so solid in this understanding and this recognition that I, the soul, am love, then we're going to still go through the roller coaster of love, attachment, ego, self-respect, peace, anger, all these various emotions and feelings, you know. So this is the opportunity that we have upon us right now. Does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask us before we close the evening off? And I hope you enjoyed tonight, and I hope you really felt the cure taking place inside of you this evening, and that perhaps you really recognize and value the gentle, sincere, gentle, consistent journey that we've been on together every day since lockdown and stay at home. And again, I don't know how long we'll continue. I don't know if and when the museums open up. Of course I want the museums to open, and of course I want us to go back in there, and of course I want to see all of you physically with your skins. But in the same token, I've also felt like we've built such a family online together. And so we'll just keep revisiting what do we do next and what will be our next move. But I will miss you if we have to discontinue, but I know that the museums are there, and I don't know if it'll continue again, as I said, or not. But let love guide the decision, shall we? Because I think when love makes that decision, it'll find a way in one way or the other. Okay? All right, is there anyone feeling that there's something sitting in their hearts that they would like to ask a question or share their experience of tonight? Would anyone like to share what they've experienced, what they've learned? Did something come out for you this evening that taught you something very powerfully? Anything at all? Rally show, thank you, this is healing. I'm separated from my husband since Thursday and I'm searching for that self-love I lost. No panic attacks since. So, you're separating from your husband is saying, we're giving each other space. He's trying to find his love within. And you're trying to find your love within. And it's so important that both of you don't forget that there's actually love there for each other. And the only reason why sometimes you just can't match is that you haven't taken care of yourselves, and it's no one's fault. It's not your fault that he didn't take care of himself, and it's not his fault that you stopped taking care of yourself. That's always going to be on us, and the quicker we are accountable to making choices of seeing the defects of our partners or thinking about them, or staying in a marriage with expectations or wants, or maybe growing and not inviting your partner to grow along with you. So many reasons that these things can take place. But I want you to remember, Rally Show, that it's not that you both don't love each other. It's that your space is communicating, I don't know how to take care of myself, but I need to. And so you kind of go your way to try to find that. The only issue is, don't go your separate ways looking for someone else to fill that void. You have to fill that energy of love in you first before you go searching for anyone else or looking for comfort from anyone else. And please communicate that to him too. Maybe just send him this segment of the conversation. It will help him as well, because I'm sure he's also hurting. All right, Jennifer, thank you. Poonam, why do we crave physical interaction or relationships if all we need is God's love, or am I missing something? Yes. So the crave for God's love is a natural need so that we can enjoy physical relationships. Right now, physical relationships come with them push and pull. That tug of war. 5 months we're okay. 1 month we can't stand each other. 1 minute I trust you, another minute I can't trust you. I see your behavior and then I make a critique in my mind. That's not love. You have these thoughts about people in your mind even though you're in human relationships. That's actually not normal. To walk around having waste thoughts about people isn't normal behavior. But we've got normalized to it. So we need God's love, Poonam, in order for us to start to really love each other at a level that we don't cling, but we give each other respected space. Remember this. A sign that you love someone is that you have the self-honor within you to give that soul respected space and for you to hold your respected space. So I hope that answered your question. Miracle Mary, don't go too fast yet. We're not sure when we go back to the meditation museum what we're going to do yet, but I'm just sort of giving out that advance messaging that I don't know. So we're kind of just waiting to see. Thank you, Portia, for all the love. Thank you, Dr. Kailash Sakdev, for all your love. We also miss you very much. Anyone else has any question? And Sukwin, sorry for being silly. By the way, I only have limited smileys on my YouTube, so I don't see the thumbs up or smiley face. Don't worry. We get it. We get it. We get it. Good. Denise, I'm glad meditation is changing you. Praveen, I'm glad you're enjoying and taking maximum benefit. Beautiful, beautiful. Mercedes from Peru, beautiful. Buenos dias. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Anyway, all right, good. Yeshwi, glad that you could join us. God's love, essential ingredient in the process. Yes, Sangeeta felt immense love from the Supreme Soul, the separation of not being with Him, but then at the same time thought I'm here only temporarily, playing my role. The energy of the Supreme is always with me. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So everyone's okay? We did well? Closing? No thoughts on Facebook? We're doing okay? All right, let's see. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right. So now remember, for us to really be able to deepen the experience of love, let there be this connection with Baba. Baba's like the sun, you know, it's always there, but if I'm caught up in my issues, I can't feel or see the rays. Baba is the ocean of love. Baba is the ocean of peace. Baba is the ocean of happiness. Baba is truth. Baba is purity. And so when the soul reconnects to the remembrance of its capacity, and it's something that I am really investigating right now, friends, is that I'm looking at the intense opportunity that we have to really use the energy of love now more than ever before. There is I don't know if you guys if you see my Instagram messages, which I only do I started to do Instagram, but Instagram and Twitter. There's a quote that said, "Love yourself well enough to make up for anyone who doesn't." Let's close the show on that note. Isn't that powerful? All right, sending you oceans of love, and thank you so much for joining us today. And if you think today was a helpful conversation, pass it on to your friend. Just press the share button on the YouTube or on your social media and tell them what point touched you. So just tell them to scroll. They don't have to see the whole show. Just let them scroll to that point that really touched your heart, that you feel like, I want to share this with somebody that I care about. And get to that real place inside of you. It'll take some time to fully awaken it. But when it awakens, there's no turning back. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. And Om Shanti. As I sit here in quiet reflection, I'm reminded how my thoughts create my reality. I've accepted that I am what I am because of what I think. So what if for this moment I choose to let go of my various attachments to physical forms that have limited my potential and my capacity? What if I chose to be free from limitations of thinking? So just for a little while, I invite you to take a deep breath Inhale and exhale. And imagine for a moment, what if I no longer had an attachment to my name? How would that feel? What if I let go of the awareness of the gender? What if I let go of the roles that I play, the titles that I own? What if I decided to release thinking of myself as a religion, a language, a nationality? What if I choose to just let go of the name, gender, role, title, religion, language, nationality, and let go of the awareness of the body? How would I feel? Who would think of me in this awareness? And who would I think of? I would think of God. And God's remembrance would fall on me. And I, the living soul, would be completely free. Let me just sit in this moment for a little longer and just be free. Now gently bring back the awareness of your gender, language, nationality, title, role, name, religion, whatever. Bring it back to your awareness and see if you can bring the experience of freedom and peace as you go out into the world and play your various parts. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.